now. Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
All right, Ken, thanks very much. Good evening, everyone. It is a Monday night edition of the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. We're here taking your calls at 412-575-2600. That is the number of the Bordas and Bordas hotline. You can also tweet us tonight at KDPomp is my Twitter handle. At Gene Collier is Mr. Collier's Twitter handle. And we'll begin with the Pirates, who were, off today. They deserved it. What a road trip. After getting blown out in the first game of it in St. Louis 17-4, they respond with 7 wins of the next 10 games, and they do it without a lot of their regular people on board. Quite a feat considering, after that first game, they had a bad end to their homestand. They go to St. Louis, get blown out, and you're thinking, uh-oh, what's going to happen now? But it's a lot of resilience that this team has shown, and certainly has helped them to this point where they're 4 games over 500. Gene Collier, outstanding columnist of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, is here. And, Gene, I can't say enough about Josh Bell because coming into this season, he was the number one question I think most of us had. I mean, pitching you knew was going to be good, although it's been injured more so than I ever can imagine. Sure. But Bell has not only been as good as he was as a rookie, he's now taken it to potentially some MVP levels. I realize it's only 2 months, but that's all we have to gauge. He leads every major league player in runs batted in. 14 home runs in 44 games. That's the most since Willie Stargell in 73. What is he not doing? Plus, he's playing every single day.
He's played every game, and he's hit every mistake really hard, and he's hit some good pitches really hard, too. I think he leads baseball in exit velocity. That means hitting the ball hard. He's been terrific. He's among the best players in the game, 44 RBI in 44 games. That's a pace for 162 RBIs, Bob.
Good. I'm trying to figure that out. Your math comes in handy. I need
amazing, it. But I think we mentioned on the show last week that 5 wins on that road trip would be okay. Mm-hmm. 6 would be better. They come home with 7. That's really saying something, especially when you consider that now you've had 60% of your starting rotation on the disabled list.
Really is,
and
that will consider. I can't say enough also about Jordan Lyles. And I'll be the first to admit, I looked at him as okay. He's one of these reclamation projects, and the Pirates have done well in the reclamation project inventory. They bring in guys who seem to give them more than anyone would expect. He is the best of these examples because he's $2 million for this year. Of all the free agent pitchers out there, he was the cheapest, and yet look what he's doing.
Well, this is kind of their business, but he's been great, really, really good.
So how come they have equally kind of problems with guys who come here with a big reputation? In other words, Chris Archer, I'm using him as the prime example. The kid is very talented. He has a nice resume, but so far, in all the starts he's made here, he's just not been, number one, good, number 2, deep enough in the game. He normally is leaving in 5 and 6 innings. There have been exceptions to that, but I think you would expect more from that.
Oh, definitely. Looking this up today, the Pirates are 1-4 or 1-5 when Chris Archer starts, and he really needs a good start tomorrow night against Colorado. It's really time for him to, be the pitcher he's supposed to be and throw the slider he's supposed to throw. He's supposedly one of the best sliders in baseball. Every time I see it, it's way up in the zone, though. He's got to do better, and he knows that.
All right, coming up, we'll take your calls, but also a little program reminder. I want to remind you that if you did not see our first part sit-down interview with Ben Roethlisberger, you can check it out online right now, KDKA.com. But we have another one coming up at 11 o'clock, so join us for that. Part 2, he talks about how do they fill the vacancy of Antonio Brown. We also get into his contract, which is 3 years, and does he plan to go further than 3 years? We'll also talk about his 93.7 The Fan popular radio show. It's all coming up tonight, KDKA TV News at 11 o'clock.
Yes.
You can tape it if you're not. You're going to be driving home.
Yeah, but I'll tape.
Okay. I know you do. All right, we're going to take a break. Come back with your calls. Call us, 412-575-2600 right here on Pittsburgh CW. Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call is brought to you by Ireland Contracting, celebrating 25 years as Pittsburgh's #1 home exterior expert in roofing, siding, windows, and gutters, where honesty and integrity still matter.